Hello guys, this is Dudical with Man Up Mate. I am here with another war recap video. This is our war versus Furia Venezuela. Again, we have 16 war wins in a row. I just did a brief video about Town Hall 7 Dragon attacks, which featured attacks from this war. And this one is going to feature hog attacks that are more on the high end. So hog attacks versus some high Town Hall 8s and Town Hall 9s, and you can see here we got 71 out of 75 stars, 3 stars against most of their Town Hall 9s, and then there were a couple Town Hall 8s that we did not get the 3rd star on here. Anyway, to start this off, number 16, here we have Pepsi doing a hog attack, and let me get this started here. Just taking a quick look at this base. As you can tell, the only places for giant bombs are here around the edges. So not a terribly difficult hog attack. Or I mean, it's a good base choice for making a hog attack, I guess is how I should put that. Because it should be pretty easy to path your hogs so they don't spend a lot of time near where those giant bombs are. So first step in any hog attack is evaluating the base, just like any attack. And your goal is you want to deal with your biggest threats first, right? So double giant bombs, have a plan for those. We'll see how Pepsi does that. And then the next step is dealing with the clan castle. So double giant bombs, clan castle troops, and archer queen, when there is one, are your big threats. Uses a couple of hogs for the CC lure, takes out one defense at the same time, pulls them over to the corner here using his barbarians. Which he also uses as distraction troops to get these guys clustered up and then take them out with wizards. My one comment here, once you reach this point, there's not a whole lot of value in dropping barbs here and there to drag them back and forth. At this point, just surround them with barbarians and then get your wizards in a ring a little bit further out. So, drops the barbarians as distraction troops, drops the wizards behind them to finish the job, and then gets going with his hogs. You see how the hogs pause there when the air defenses pop? Something to think about if there's a way to pop any of those air defenses. But first bomb goes off, he heals on that one. Moving into the core here, he is saving his heals. As I say that, the first one goes down. That's a very good place to heal because you're covering lots of defenses and the hogs spend a good amount of time there. Lets those hogs set off the bomb and pre-heals this one here since more of his hogs pathed in that direction. I think that's a totally reasonable and good choice to make. And then his hogs finish up here with the last defense right by the king. Oh, I take that back. They left one Tesla down in the bottom corner, which is a little bit annoying. But in this case doesn't prove to be much of a problem. And at this point takes out that last defense. They go back in and clean everything up here. So good base choice by Pepsi. Again, this is a perfect base to take hogs into. All the giant bombs are just singles around the edges here. There could have been a double giant bomb here, but one that could have been fairly easily dealt with if you knocked out one of these defenses ahead of time. Alright, I believe our next attack is number 11 here, Ronnie. So Ronnie does another straight up hog attack. I also want to highlight Ron's clan castle kill on this one. So same thing, start off with a lure. If you can take out one of the defenses along with that at the same time, all the better. Because this CC was a little deeper, he had to go through one defense to get there. That's why he sent 4 or even 5 hogs. Took out a giant bomb at the same time, which is great. And he was being careful and watching how many troops were in there, so sent one more hog at the end to make sure he got that lure done. My only comment here would be if you use an archer instead of barbarian, you may actually be able to just let them drop here and not get hit. I didn't actually look at the scout, but often bringing an archer to do that lure is helpful. And here's the part that I really like. So you see how instead of dropping all those barbarians in one spot where the wizards can splash damage them all at once, he spread his barbarians out here. So you can't splash damage them all at once. And then when he drops his wizards in behind, they do a good job of taking things out. So he only dropped 2 wizards. He didn't bring a whole lot of wizards, he brought more hogs. But did it very efficiently because of the way that he spread those barbarians out. If he had dropped them all in one spot, it wouldn't have worked so well. Anyway, first bomb goes off, drops a heal, keeps those guys covered up along all of these defenses here. So good use of that. Next heal is just to cover the rest of the core. Probably could have dropped that heal a little bit further off. I don't know that it would have made much difference, but he was healing a little bit of an area that his hogs were just coming out of. And at this point, there's still a question mark of where that last giant bomb will be, holding on to his third heal, being nice and patient. And bomb doesn't really show up, so he heals the last defense there, keeps these guys healed while they're taking the king out, and the rest is all just cleanup at this point. So, very nice attack by Ronnie. He's been doing some great 3-star hog attacks. Back to the war map. Alright, next we have Rocket taking on their number 8. And again, when hogging, you want to think about where are your possible giant bomb locations. There could be a double giant bomb here, there could be a double giant bomb here. Neither of those are very smart places to put them because hogs path from defense to defense, so there's really nothing that would make the hogs path over this spot other than it's a natural place to do a CC lure because of where it's located. There could also be giant bombs here, here. None of them are great locations again. Hogs are just going to glance past these because they will go from defense to defense. So you may get a little bit of a bomb trigger there as the hogs go by. But we'll see what Ronnie did to deal with that giant bomb threat. I'm sorry, what Rocket did to deal with that giant bomb threat, and how he 3-stars this base. So he drops a single hog for the lure here, sends another guy in to make sure he completed it, and pulls everyone over to the corner. One thought here, since he's bringing these loons, you certainly can take these wizards and archers out first while the loons are coming in behind them. You don't have to group the loons all together. In fact, it may be a good idea not to, because your splash damage can hit their ground troops all at once or their air troops all at once, but splash damage does not hit ground and air at the same time. So if you've got wizards doing splash damage, take out their CC. If you can separate their air and ground troops, it's a good idea to do that. Anyway, gets these guys taken out. It would have been nice if the hogs would have come in a tiny bit sooner just to protect his kill squad there. It did take a few hits as the hogs were going in. And drops his first heal to cover these defenses here. And it's kind of nice to see that, well, this heal was almost wasted. There's one hog sitting on there. And the third heal comes down here in the corner. So the way these hogs path, and it can be really hard to see that while you're playing. Only one hog went up here and the others went down around. Probably would have been better to heal here and then waited on that third heal, or else just done that heal here and then that second heal done a lot later up here. But at any rate, the hogs do what they need to do. And because of how those giant bombs were placed, they really were not a problem for him at all. Weakened a few hogs there, weakened... was that his wizard that just got killed by that last bomb? At any rate, the bomb placement was awful against this clan. So nice attack there. So next I'm going to do... this is Budski's attack versus their number 2. I'm going to start with a scout on this base and just talk about the planning and thought that went into this. I probably spent a good 45 minutes or an hour thinking about how I was going to attack this base. A little embarrassing, but that's what I did. At any rate, so doing this attack, the goals, I need to get this queen eliminated. Because of where she's standing, my thought was to use a golem to pull her out of the base and then take her out with my king using kind of a standard GohoWiwi approach. The other threats in terms of hogging, double giant bombs, there's a threat of a double giant bomb here and here. There is also possibility for a double giant bomb here, although it's kind of a stupid location because again there's no place for no reason for my hogs to path over this. If they hit here, they would go to the next defenses, which are going to be over here. And it's actually an easy one for me to eliminate, which is what my strategy was. So what I did was, first of all, I sent my hogs in from this direction, and the reason I wanted to do that, I could see because he put his decorations here that there were not giant bombs there. So I sent 5 or 6 hogs in to take this out, and then to take this out and lure the CC was really my goal. Once my hogs got here, if Tesla's pop, then I knew his giant bombs were likely to be here. He could also have giant bombs in the middle here, but kind of standard for people at Town Hall 9 to surround this town hall with pairs of Teslas, and that's kind of what I assumed was going on. So anyway, so I decided to do this first. If Teslas popped here, then I was going to send hogs in and eliminate this so that my hogs would not path over here. Again, send in 3-4 hogs to take this archer tower out and just make that area clean. At that point, I went in and did a standard kill using CC witches, and let's go ahead and see how that played out. And because I didn't need to jump in to kill his queen, I was able to bring 4 heals, which makes it a lot nicer. So I believe 5 or 6 hogs that I sent in there. Once they jump up here, I start luring his CC, and there were not a lot of troops in that CC. Again, I saw that there aren't Teslas here, so I'm assuming he probably put double giant bombs up there. For my lure, you can see that I used a couple of minions here, and the reason I did that becomes pretty obvious. As you see, I'm able to pull his witch up here without bringing the skeletons along. It makes for a very easy witch kill. This clan had witches in almost all their clan castles, and that's why I brought along these minions. So a second minion comes up here again, leaving his his skeletons behind, left his witch completely defenseless, so I was able to just take those guys out without really thinking twice about it. At that point, I went ahead and dropped my clan castle with my witches that were actually the real kill squad, letting my skeletons come in here and distract, and the wizards make really quick work of his balloons. So as soon as you drop that golem down, then you need to create a funnel using your wizards. So I was already getting this side cleaned out, and then these, because I'd also eliminated the cannon and archer tower down here, it made it easy for my wizards to come in and create the rest of that funnel. And the purpose for funneling there is because I want my king to go in close and take out that evil lady over there. So this one was actually a little bit iffy because my king got distracted, went the wrong direction, as you can see. So he did not do his job. Fortunately for me, the golems and golemites were kind of tanking along here, and my wizards were able to take them out. As I was chatting, I kind of missed the actual hog drop. But as I dropped my hogs, I was fortunate to see that this was their Teslas as I expected. Able to drop a heal to cover all those Teslas and the giant bomb threats up here in the corner. I also saw these 2 bombs go off, so I assume there were probably single bombs up here. But the pathing of my hogs really made this easy for me. I'm still sitting onto this last heal and just waiting for any giant bomb to go off as my hogs come through here. They're making pretty quick work of things, so I'm able to just drop that last heal up here, cover that giant bomb, and at this point it's all clean up. So hopefully this has been helpful for you guys. Again, featuring some hog attacks here on the higher end of Town Hall 8 and into Town Hall 9. And the take-home points again are: have a plan to deal with giant bombs, have a plan to deal with the archer queen if there is one, and anything that you can do when you lure your CC to affect how your hogs are going to path or to pre-trigger giant bombs. Plan that out ahead of time. All right, hopefully going to be bringing you some more here soon. We've got one more war that I have not done a replay on yet. And this was our most recent war versus 100%. They obviously did not score 100%. Anyway, Dutiful from Man Up Mate, where 3 stars win wars and egos lose wars. Keep clashing, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it.